All right, what is going on, guys? So I have a confession to make. I am absolutely 1000% addicted to using Manny Pacquiao. And it's not because he's the newest character added. There's been other DLC characters added that I was excited to use, but not addicted to using them. And one of the reasons that I'm addicted to using Manny Pacquiao is because his animations make him more unique than you could even imagine. It's not simply the excitement of seeing the new thing happen in front of me. It's the things that I can do that are new because of these new things. If you remember not too long ago when I talked about when I used to work at Undisputed, and I would explain certain tactics that people can use. For example, if you were to lean back and raise your right hand, it will then make your right hand power straight much faster. And that is true for a lot of different punches, as well as the opposite direction of where you are leaning or slipping. So for example, if you were to slip to the right, that means your right hook going towards the left direction will be faster, and vice versa. And if you lean back, your straight punches will be faster. And if you duck forward or lean forward, your uppercuts will be faster. But all of this is simply because there is a tether to where you are in your animation space to the transition of what you're trying to do. So, what does this mean? This means that if you're in a space where your attack is already in that vicinity, the animation will not reset you to standing straight up and then throwing it. It will go to that space and then throw it from wherever you already are. Which means if you're ducking, then your duck down jab will be faster. Now, what does that mean with Manny Pacquiao? It means a lot because one, there's a tactic that you can use that actually exists in real life that Manny does all the time, simply because of this animation tactic. Now, before we get to that, and trust me, I know I hate doing this, and I hate YouTube videos that do this as well. They make you wait. It's just that this is the hierarchy of like what he does being super special, and it does need to be put in the end part of this conversation. The obvious thing about Manny Pacquiao that you can see right off the jump is his lunging punches. Now, you might think to yourself, dang, these lunging punches are amazing because you can hit from so far. And yes, you can. You can hit from so far and they're fast, yes. But the thing that makes them actually amazing and differentiates Manny's lunges from everyone else's, where they're not even close, is his recovery frame being near zero. And when I say near zero, I want to say zero, but I cannot, because clearly there has to be some sort of a delay between throwing the punch and recovering. But it does not feel like that, which then makes you feel like Manny, where you can go in and out quickly. His walk speed, one of the fastest in the game, allowing you to move in and out very, very fast, which gives him a big Achilles heel. If you ever drop below 40% stamina, that walk speed becomes voided, and you then become super slow. And a lot of the tactics that work for Manny when he's in that walk speed is gone. So stamina management with Manny is incredibly important. You have to focus on stamina management with Manny. But let's look at what I'm talking about. As you can see, the reach on this is incredible. But pay attention to how quickly I can throw this step in straight. I call it the fly in straight because he's flying in, and then roll. Let me take it one step further. Remember where I told you where you are in animation is where the next animation link will just take off from? Yeah, look at the step in hook, which by the way has an amazing trajectory because it loops from the side and then goes from the side in and down. So if you're ducking, if you're leaning to your right, you're gonna get hit by this. But look at this. I can immediately roll right after without having to recenter. And that's because there's near zero recovery frames for Manny Pacquiao when he does these lunging punches. It absolutely makes you feel like Manny Pacquiao because he is frenetic and he's nonstop. Now let's move on to the thing that you guys are looking for, which is the jab and the straight. And this is the cherry on top that makes Manny Pacquiao special. You know that thing where everybody's like, man, they got to put in weave punches. They really got to put in weave punches. Manny Pacquiao throws his jabs and straights by leaning his head in the opposite direction. Every time. That is his animation for both his jab and his straight. Can you see where I'm going here? Remember what I said. They don't reset you to center when you throw the punch. They just move you to where the animation is located. If Manny is already leaning because he leans when he throws his punch, that means when you lean and don't throw a punch and then throw a punch, you're going to already be leaning. Essentially giving Manny Pacquiao, uniquely just him, the weave punch for his jab and his straight, making Manny more unique than you even know. Incredibly unique, which is a super powerful thing. On top of all of that, Manny's stamina is incredible. But guys, please, one thing that is super frustrating for me is that people ask for new players. People ask for new characters. People ask for new fighters. And when they get the new players, the new characters, the new fighters, they then ask for new animations, which all of that is fair. But then the animation just becomes theater. It's just for fun. They don't necessarily lab out what they can do with those animations. And I always tell you guys, stances matter. Where's your hands located when you do stances? Why I like to switch from loose footwork to normal is because it changes my hand positions, making things much faster, maybe making a jab faster or an uppercut faster because my hands are already down low, right? So there's things that you can play around sandbox style with the animation placement of one animation that you're trying to link to another. But how many times have we seen people cry for new animations and then they play the character the same way they would just play any character in the game? They just do their normal tactic that's comfortable for them. Guys, I kid you not. Since Manny has dropped, I've been playing ranked. I always play ranked. That's where I always go. But with Manny, only using Manny exclusively to lab out all this stuff, to keep testing all this stuff, I went on a 23-3 run. 23-3. And by the way, the only losses that I've had were because of flash knockouts. And I was winning those fights. Had I not been flash knocked out, I would have won. So I went on a 23-3 run with Manny because he is incredibly hard to deal with, because it's like he's from a different universe and they plucked him out and put him in this game. He has weave punches while no one else has it. He has near zero frame recovery from lunging punches when no one else has that. He has walk speed that is godly when no one else has that. And it gives him an in and out speed that's super difficult to deal with. He has the rating of 92, which is top echelon. And he's in 4 different weight classes in the game. You can't get better than Manny Pacquiao. In my opinion, he is the best player in the game. Across the board, not just for a niche like Antonio Tarver with his reach in the cruiserweight division. He is literally the best character in the game. And it is incredibly difficult for people to actually work around Manny Pacquiao. The only way people are beating Manny Pacquiao is if people are just picking Manny Pacquiao and then playing him like they play every other character. See, my style is literally the Bruce Lee water style. I like to play characters based off of what I have a perception of them to be in real life, like how I perceive Manny. I throw straights and uppercuts. I'm not trying to throw hooks unless I'm in an advantageous position, unless I'm leaning to speed that hook up for the animation placement that I'm talking, or animation link that I'm talking about. Because his hooks, one, they're not as accurate as his straights, because he has that straight being accurate trait, which has a pro, which is the straights being accurate, and the con, the hooks being inaccurate. So why am I going to throw something that's at a disadvantage for Manny? I'm going to use uppercuts for power without using power modifier, and I'm going to use my straights. The hooks is fine. I don't have to use them that much, but I will use the hooks when it makes sense, right? Like leaning, and if they jump in with something and I leaned out the way, my straight might be too uncomfortable to throw because it's too close. I can then come in with a hook. But this is the reason why Manny works so well, because you can be as frenetic as he is in real life and capitalize on that frenetic nature of Manny Pacquiao. Actually get in, get out. And then his 1-2s are super strong. And then because he leans, it gives him the ability to unlock weave leaning punches. Manny is incredibly unique. He's super unique. Emmanuel Augustus is cool. He's cool, he's fun. But the stuff that he does is gimmicky in a fun way. The stuff that Manny does is oppressive in a fun way, unfortunately for my opponents. But truly bite your teeth into these new characters with new animations and find out what you can do with them. Like, truly find out. And the beautiful thing is that all this stuff is Manny Pacquiao-esque. He's always leaning to the side for long periods of time, leaning left and right, and then throwing punches off of the lean. It's not like it's not him. It's actually him. It's all these things are stacking, but they're stacking to his actual fight style in real life. It's beautiful to watch. So anyways, I'm addicted to Manny Pacquiao. I can't stop playing him. Whenever I boot this game up, I just jump on with Manny. I don't want to play anybody else. I don't want to do anything with anyone else. I just want to play with Manny, keep labbing, seeing more, like uncovering more things. But for the most part, these are the early things that I'm seeing with Manny, and it's just insane. It's truly insane. And whoever says his punch speed is slow is like, bro, it's because you're throwing hooks. Stop throwing hooks. Throw straights and uppercuts. You won't think them punch speeds is slow. All right. Until the next one, guys. Peace out.